like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
You gotta take it day by day. Keep moving forward no matter what they say. And when the thieves try to steal your faith, keep pushing through them, cause there ain't no other way. If you wanna get stronger, we don't break, stronger.
My name is Grace. If you are studying astrology to understand your purpose, or if you are an astrologer helping other people with their birth charts discovering their purpose, or you are just someone that really wants to have more direction in your life, what your purpose is, you want to watch this video. Because today I'm going to show you how the life path number is your purpose. Hello, my name is Grace. I am a spiritual teacher, a coach, and an astrologer, and an amazing full-time mom. And I want to talk to you today about your life path number. And what we are going to discuss today is why your life path number will help you find direction and purpose in your life. I will also share my story of my life path number and how it revealed its purpose to me. I will also break down all of the life path numbers and also share with you some boundaries that each life path number should have in order to fulfill their purpose and to show up in the way that feels good for them. And y'all, hey, Instagram, because what I'm doing, I am recording on a camera and I'm also talking to you on Instagram. What you think about this new look with the mic? Okay, new me doing something different, okay? I have my notes because there's a lot of information that I want to share. But first and foremost, why is your life path number the one key aspect that will help you understand who you are and why you are here? It is because the life path number is your journey. And this live is for those that are wanting to understand themselves more, wanting to get answers about why life shows up for them in the way it does. And why are you here? What is the whole point of your soul coming back into this life? What is it here to teach you about yourself? Okay? And how you get your life path number is through your date of birth. You have to add the month, the day, and the year, and you keep adding up until you get to a single number, unless it's a master number. And I'm not going to talk about the master numbers today, just because I just don't want to. I'm going to talk about 1 through 9. But this is how you get your life path number. But your life path number is essentially what your life path number is, who you came here to become, the journey and the process of your life, and why things have occurred for you in the way that it has. And I can sit here and talk about your strengths and weaknesses, but that's not what the whole point of your life path is about. It's about strengths and weaknesses. It is about the reason. So if you're one of those people like me, I need to know the reason why things are happening. I need to know the reason why this situation happened. This person came into my life. I just want to know the reason. And knowing the reason still isn't going to take away the fact that you still have to show up. You still have to take action in your life. It just helps you be more clear. And also your life path number is confirming and affirming what you already know about yourself. Your purpose is just about remembering. And I want to share with you the story about me and how my life path number and knowing my life path number has helped me continue my life. Even though I went through a lot of difficult situations, I still was able to find my...
All right, y'all. So here is a sample of what Janae has been doing with her goddess closet. What she does is she puts together looks. She lets people know where each item is available for purchase. And, she's just sharing ideas in fashion. She also gets baby Azuli involved from time to time. Isn't she cute? Look at her. Guys, please be sure to drop me a comment, smash that like button, and share.
Went through a lot of difficult situations. I still was able to find my power, my identity, and still had the courage to live the life that I want, despite of many things that have happened to me. So my life path number is 1. And I want to share my story with you because sometimes when I am learning something, it really helps me hear another point of view of someone else's experience. So I hope that this will help you be able to see how things show up in your life, because when you are present to your life path number, then instead of thinking that you have obstacles and challenges in your life, you now know that it is an opportunity. This is letting you know that this is the direction that you need to take. This is a situation that needs more of your attention because it aligns to your life path number. Because your life path number is the journey. It is the journey that your soul came here to take. The life path number is also a part of your healing. And before I tell my story, I just want to say, for any of you that are getting guidance from any spiritual guide, therapist, if they don't know your life path number, you want to be able to let them know that this is your number. Because if you are getting guidance from someone that doesn't know this, I will question, where are they taking you? How is this information useful for you if it's not aligned to your soul's calling, your soul's destiny? Okay? So that you can make the best choices and live life fully in the way that your soul wanted you to live. So now that I get off my soapbox. Okay, so with me being a life path 1, the struggles that I had in my life was finding my identity and learning to be an individual and learning to be independent, but still allow people in my life. And some of the struggles that I dealt with that made me forget who I really was when I was abandoned by my parents. And my parents, my biological parents, were not in my life. And I remember the first memory that...
Now that can kind of explain Stephanie, aka Serenity, aka Grace's strong connection to Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, aka Three God, because he also didn't have his parents growing up. So that may be why Serenity, aka Grace, views Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, aka Three God, the way that she does, and sympathizes with him as well.
Parents were not in my life. And I remember the first memory that I had of my life was when my mother left me with my grandmother. And I remember her getting on the bus, and I remember crying. I remember feeling confused as to why she would take her and my brother away, but she wouldn't take me with her. And in that moment, I remember how powerless I felt. I remember how I felt I had no control over my life. And then I felt alone, even though I had a supportive family. But our parents is where we come from. Our parents is our root. We are our parents. So not knowing my father and then seeing my mother leave, it made an imprint on my worthiness. So the burden that I carried with myself for many years is that I was not worthy of love and that I was alone. But what I was able to learn through my life path, was that my parents not being in my life was the best thing for me to become who I really am, because what my parents did for me was allow me to have autonomy over my life, to make decisions that were best for me. Because if my parents would have stayed in my life, who knows what would have happened. I would have taken on their ideas. I would have taken on their identity. But because there was an emptiness in me, I had to go out into the world to figure out how to fill it. And with that emptiness, it came with me not being confident, with me feeling like I wasn't good enough, and being afraid to be seen. Because I'm a Life Path 1. And some of the attributes of Life Path 1 is to become a leader and to focus on yourself. And one of the things that was really hard for me to do was to focus on myself, to love myself. I did not know how to love myself and also love another. It was either I'm going to love all of you and I'm not going to love myself, or I'm just going to be completely selfish and not be able to be there for you. I didn't know how to balance that. But when I learned about my life path, I understood why that was an issue. Because your life path is going to show you and bring to you things that is going to be an issue for you, but to help you build your strength. So with me being Life Path 1 is to be a leader, what my life was going to bring to me is things that were going to make me feel like I wasn't a leader. Instead of being independent, I was trying to be codependent. And then I would have relationships.
Hey y'all, if you're catching this at the premiere, what up, how you doing? Please be sure to smash that like button on your way in or on your way out. Replay gang, if you're catching this on the replay, what up replay gang? Y'all know I rocks with the replay gang. Y'all going ahead and drop me a comment, smash that like button and share.
Dependent, I was trying to be codependent. And then I would have relationships with men that made me feel bad that I'm independent, that I'm an individual, that I have my own mind. So I would attract men in my relationships that want the opposite of that. Because that's what will occur, that whatever your life path wants you to become, your ego is going to choose the opposite of that. Okay? Your ego is not going to choose the things that are good for you. The ego is going to choose the things that is going to keep you stagnant, that's going to keep you in this confusion, that's going to keep you feeling like you have no purpose. So this is why it's really important for you to decide to do things that goes against your nature, your natural ego nature. And that's why it's uncomfortable. And then I found myself as an adult, I found myself just doing what everybody else was doing. I did not want to stand out. I went to college, I got a job. One time I got married, but that didn't last long. I did everything.
I didn't know that Stephanie, aka Serenity, aka Grace, was married before. She must have gotten married before she went to Melanation.
I got a job. One time I got married, but that didn't last long. I did everything because I did not want to stand out. As long as I didn't stand out, that was good enough for me. But I did not realize until I learned my life path 1 was that I am here to stand out. I am here to do what has never been done. And that was scary. That was scary. I was like, no, what people going to think of me? Like, no, what people don't like me? Like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid of the unknown. I don't know what to expect. And it's like the self-doubt and the lack of confidence, okay? And then I found myself in a cult. This is when...
Y'all could call me Petty LaBelle, call me whatever you want, but I'm finna run that back one time.
Think of me, like, no, what people don't like me, like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid of the unknown, I don't know what to expect. And it's like the self-doubt and the lack of confidence, okay? And then I found myself in a cult, okay? And then I found myself in a cult. Then I found myself in a cult. This is...
Yes, I had to run it back that many times because it's very rare that I hear Stephanie, aka Serenity, aka Grace, admit that what she went through was a cult. You know, for many, many years, and I think even still, I think she struggles with what that situation truly was.
I found myself in a cult. This is when I woke up. Because this is when I hit a wall, when I found myself in a cult. And then I was able to see myself. I was able to see and recognize, like, this isn't who I am. When someone takes your power away, and when someone takes your ability to think for yourself, then you're going to see how important it is. Then you're going to start recognizing who you are. Abilities, the world will, and they will use it to their advantage. When I was in the cult, was that I realized that it's okay to believe in something. It's okay to uplift others, but not at your own expense. Not at your own peace and wellness. And then once that happened to me, that's when I woke up. And then that's when I decided to leave. And that's when I started to live my life and take those chances. And I did not care what no one said. And I went through so much trying times to where I had a baby, and then we were homeless, and then we didn't have no money, and I still decided to stay the course. Because I know I'm here to do what has never been done. And no one in my family has ever done anything that I've done. Everyone that was in the cult, they went back to their lives and just doing whatever it is that they were doing before. And I decided, no, I'm going to be different. I'm going to stand out. I'm going to keep going. And as a Life Path 1, you are here to figure out what that is. And sometimes as a Life Path 1, to try to figure out who you are, you will get into this rebellion stage because you're trying to figure out who you are. That's why I joined the cult, because I feel like that was my rebellion stage. I left the system, got rid of Babylon, sold all my belongings, went to nature. That was my soul having me rebel, because it was trying to wake me up. And best believe, it woke me up. It woke me up. And so, I'm make sure I shared everything that I wanted to share. And so now I'm going to go into each Life Path number. And even though I started with Life Path 1, I want to expound a little bit more on that. But I hope that my story has given you some insight as to why, since you've been following, I don't know how long some of y'all been following me, but gives you a idea of why I moved the way that I move and why I keep going. And one of the things that people say about me, they say that I am very courageous and brave. I definitely don't feel like it, but because of my Life Path number, it helps me make choices that make me appear that way. And I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just that I just make the choices that I know that this is what my life path wants for me. So with life is okay. And before I go, okay. So before I start, everybody list in the comments what your life path number is while I take some water. Everybody list in the story. The comments, what your life path number is. Okay, so we have a 3, we have a 1. So at least I get a feel of everybody. Okay, 8s, 4. Okay. So it's a good mix. Okay, we've got 2 8s, and then I gotta like settle in my body because like I get so excited and I just want to I just want to talk, and I'm like, no, calm down. So the reason why I feel that it is important for you, if you are learning about yourself through astrology, gene keys, whatever spiritual modality, the life path number is going to help you understand it more, help you figure out what is needed and what's not needed, because there's a lot of information. But not having your life path number and not knowing it doesn't mean that if you don't know it, you're not going to live this great life and you're not going to come into your purpose. But most people that don't know about this stuff, they're not even focused about their purpose. And that's what I found. Like most people that are living their lives and don't know anything, and they're not spiritual or anything, they are just in tune, and it's not for them. In this lifetime, your soul is asking you to learn more about yourself through life path numbers, through astrology. But everybody is not going to do that, and that is okay. It doesn't make you more woke than them. It's just that your soul in this lifetime is asking you to learn yourself and help others learn themselves through astrology, through the stars, through the numbers. Okay? That is like the whole. I think it is essential for you to know your life path number. What are you doing? Why have you not? Why ain't you figured this out yet? Like, why have you, tatted on your arm somewhere? If you are a person that is wanting to know your purpose, because it is just that simple. It is just that simple. And the astrologies and the gene keys and the human design and whatever else is out there, they are just the signs on the journey, like the speed limit, go this way, go that way. That is what they're for. That is what they're for. That's it. And when I started doing this with my clients, it was an aha moment. It was like as soon as we started the reading, they instantly was like, yes, that's me. That's what I'm going through right now. Every single person. So that's why I want to share this with you, to get your life path number, read it, understand it. And it's really simple. You just go online and you just got to make sure you know your birthday and, get this. Okay. So what I'm going to do with each life path number, I'm going to tell you the theme and just some different things that may occur. And then also I want to share with you boundaries. Because everybody's talking about boundaries. You need to have boundaries for this and that. But you specifically in your life path and in your journey, you have a particular boundary that you must enforce in your life. Okay? And each number has it. And unfortunately, I'm not doing the master numbers for anybody that has a master number. But if you do have a master number, what that means is that you encompass a lot of the energy of the number. So if you are a master number 11, you can listen to yourself through life path 1 and 2. And then if you are master number 22, you can listen and learn yourself through life path 2 and 4. And then you are master number 33, you can learn yourself through life path 3 and 6. Okay, but you really harness those energies if you are have a master number in your life path. So life path 1, the theme of your life is to discover your unique voice, your independent action, and decision making. See, you are here to be the leader. But in order for you to be a leader life path, you need to find your voice.
Y'all check out this clip of Rambo, aka Wild Quetzal.
If you'd like to stay grounded while being protected from artificial EMFs and supporting a conscious business, my brother Meek just released his version 2.0 of the Reswell Sleep System. This is a bedding set that not only grounds you to the earth's frequency, but it also protects you from EMFs. And this is a dope product that my brother just released, and he's super creative. I love what he's doing with the health and wellness space. He's bringing like creativity, artistry, and a new flavor to just concepts that we already know about.
Come on, y'all. Smash that like button for me one time. Them likes need to go up.
You need to figure out and understand how to be independent from another. Independent does not mean you're on an island of you. Independence means I can be with you and still show up as me, and still be centered in me instead of losing myself with you. And decision making, because as a leader, you must be able to make sound decisions to lead others. Okay, and Life Path 1, your theme is self. Everything about the self. You are here to focus on yourself. So what is going to happen is that your life, your journey is going to have you in situations that make you feel bad about that. It's going to have you in situations where you're going to attract people that are needing you to be more focused on them than yourself, and make you feel bad about it when you choose you. So you have to learn how to be focused on yourself, how to be self-centered. And you know, in our culture, self-centeredness, being focused on yourself, is the devil. You know, it says you're a bad person, and it's already call you a narcissist. So just think about the themes. Let's think about the narrative of one that focuses on themselves is not positive. So you also have to deal with that as well. And you're here to be an individual, a pioneer. You're going to struggle with confidence. You're going to doubt yourself. You got to learn to be confident. You got to figure out, what does confidence mean for you? And you're also here to be a hard worker. So anything that you want, you're going to have to work hard. Life is not going to be easy for you. But when you work hard and when you focus on yourself, it will become easy. Okay? You have a fear of standing out. You don't want to be, and number one is a number that stands alone, and that's going to be a fear for you. You're going to want to blend in, and you're going to have challenges with your anger and aggression. Okay, you're going to get very angry and aggressive. I do not know why the Life Path 1 is like that, but everyone I know, plus myself, we have anger issues. We got to deal through the anger. Okay, and the thing that you are striving for is achievement. The Life Path number is here to achieve. Whatever that is, I don't know. Everyone is different. But your achievements come from mastering something and then moving on. Okay? So you are here to master something and then to move on from it once you've mastered it. You have many skills and you have many things to do, but you don't move on until you've mastered it and you complete it, and then you move on, because remember, you are the pioneer, you are the innovator. You're not here to just be doing the same thing over and over again for the rest of your life. Okay? You're here to be the master of what you do and move on. And taking risks. And how many of us Life Path 1s do not want to take risks? Okay? You do not want to take risks. That's the last thing you want to do. But when you are the only one and you are the leader and no one has done it before, you have to take that risk. You have to go into the unknown. And now, the thing about Life Path 1 is that, yes, you are here to be focused on yourself. Yes, you are the leader of you. But you also have to learn how to be with others. And that can be a challenge for you as a Life Path 1, with how to have your own mind and have your own thoughts, but also consider the other thoughts of other people and allow people to help you, because you can't get what you want on your own. Even though I'm telling you, you're here to be self-centered and be all about you, it requires the people in your life to help you achieve. But when you show up as your authentic self, the real you, you will attract the people that will eat it up and will help you do whatever it is that you want to accomplish. But you have to get off the island of you sometimes and allow people to come with you. So in order to be a leader, you got to have followers, okay? But in order for you to be a leader, you got to know also how to be a follower, also be able to be a part of something with other people. And let's see, and you're very creative. You're very creative. Now, the boundary as a Life Path 1 that you want to incorporate is the boundary of choosing yourself. You got to make sure that you have a boundary of making sure that people don't have you making them the center of your life. You are the center of your life, not other people. You are not here to allow people to make you focus on them. Because when you have the boundary of choosing yourself first, everyone else benefits. Okay? Everyone benefits. But when you center someone else in your life, it's not an exchange. They benefit, but you are depleted. Okay? So, life path 2 is the lover. You are here to love, okay? And with that being said, you are probably running away from love. Remember, I had to keep saying that. Like, everything that you're here to be is what you are afraid of most. And the theme of your life is to serve others with love, harmony, and balance. So what do you think your challenge is going to be as a life path 2? Okay, it's going to be all of those things. Okay, and so you are here to be the dependable one. But with that being said, being a dependable one, you have to, people are always going to rely on you. They know that if no one else is going to do it, you're going to do it. And so that could be something that you find yourself in all the time, that everyone is always calling you, asking you for help. So you want to ask yourself, well, how do I feel about that? Or has this been a struggle for me? Because I can see how being a dependable one is a double-edged sword, because who's going to be there for you when everybody is always depending on you? And have you opened yourself to receive help? Because you're not here to do it alone either. And then harmony. You're here to learn harmony, how to be with others. You're here to, I was saying about being a dependable one. You are here to have to be careful not to do it at your own expense, where you're being taken advantage of, where you're being abused, okay? Well, when you need help, there's no one there. That's when you did too much. And then because you are serving and being there at your own expense, instead of you getting life from that, you feel resentful. And that's how you know that you're doing too much, when you become resentful of the people in your life because of how much you do for them. And then with the life path 2, you can be a people pleaser and you can be a shifter. And what a shifter is that you don't have a clear identity of yourself. You kind of shape shift yourself to meet the circumstance, to meet the person. But sometimes it's really hard to know who you are, because you are only revealing to us what you think we need. And yeah, and I don't think that will be a good idea for you, because then you're going to have all these people in your life that may not be there, but they're only there because you've created a space to allow people in that should not be in your life. And then the thing that I would like for you to know the difference is validation and approval. Because it's okay to feel validated. Okay. And with life path 2, they want to feel validated, because remember, you're no longer the 1, you're the 2. So it takes you for me to understand myself. That's what the 2, that's what the 2 is. It's like it takes you to understand me. So it's okay to feel validated, but not seeking approval. Validation is that I understand what you're going through. I see where you're coming from. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I agree. But approval is, I need you to agree. I need you to approve what I'm doing, so that I can feel whole, so that I can feel worthy, so that I can prove myself to you. I need that approval. That's what you don't want. You want validation. You want the people in your life to be able just to understand where you're coming from and see where you're coming from, not approval, because then you're going to be living your life always seeking for someone to prove to you that you are loved when you're already loved. And then the boundaries of relationships. when you can create boundaries in your relationships by learning how to say no, by making it okay that you're not going to always be available, then you can create balance, the balance that you are looking for in your life. Okay, so life path 3, you are here to express yourself with emotional balance and creativity and to be the center stage. Okay, for you, it's all about expressing yourself. And your theme is you are the creative. You are here to create. You are here to communicate. That is what you are here to do. You have so much inside of you, so many gifts and talents that you want to share. You are here to share, and the world is your audience, okay? Now, the heavy side of the life path 3 is that you are on an emotional journey, okay? This is an emotional journey for you. And you're going to have ups and downs with your emotions, to where it's not like, oh, you're having a good day. No, you can go in depressive states. You can find yourself getting depressed. You feel the heaviness of the world around you. And sometimes it's hard for a life path 3 to get out of this mind funk because of their emotions, because emotions is the stem of creativity. Okay, so you can't just shut off your emotions, because it's how you express yourself. And so in this lifetime, you have to learn how to move in the emotion, to observe the emotion, not become the emotion. Like, just observe that you are having an emotion, but don't identify yourself to the emotion. That's how I think you can get into these depressive states, these dark times that you have. And you are the jack of trade and the master of none of them. Like, you can do many things. Like, you're here to do many things and express yourself and learn a lot of things. And the thing is, though, you can be scattered. You can become scattered being a life path 3, because you have so many interests that you want to do this, you want to do this, I want to do that. You want to do so many things to the point where you overwhelm yourself. Okay? And let's see. I already did the emotions. And you also struggle with self-doubt. And you tend to overanalyze things. Like, you really look into things really deeply to the point where, like, that's not what that means. Like, it's not that deep. But for you, it is that deep, because remember, you're on an emotional journey. So you're here to really learn about your emotions. And the boundary that I would like for you to take on is the boundaries with your time and people that you allow in your life. Because you have this energy that you want to do it all and be it all. And it allows you to be open and a little naive with the type of people that you allow in your life. And then you really want to be help to people. But you want to help them not in the way that a life path 2 wants to help. You want to help because, remember, you are the center stage. You want to be seen. You want to be recognized for what it is that you do. But you just have to be careful that everybody don't deserve a place in your life, okay? And so have the boundary. The hardest boundary for you is just saying no. No, I can't do that. No, I don't have a reason to tell you. It's no. Like, your time is valuable, and the people in your life should be just as valuable. Get some water. Okay. All right. I told myself that I was going to do this in 30 minutes, and it's already past 30. I'm going to do my best, y'all. I hope someone is getting something out of this class today. So, life path 4, your theme is to be practical and detail oriented, and you're here to share knowledge and working to establish a sense of security. That is your purpose theme, okay? Is that. So let's get into it. So you are the stable one, okay? You are here. Life path 4 is here to be the the stable one, the hard worker, the teacher, the systems builder, and the one to be in charge. Okay? And you are also the knowledge seeker. But sometimes that will make you come across like you are the know-it-all. Okay? Yes, we know that you've taken the time to understand things and you do know things, but nobody wants to feel like they don't have any input in the conversation, or their ideas is not as important as yours because you feel like you just know and you taken the time, and people have put you as the one that they could always come to for the answers. But you just want to make sure that you humble yourself when it comes to your knowledge, and the more you do that, the more people will be receptive and open to hearing what you have to say. Okay? And the thing with the Life Path 4 is that you can come off opinionated and serious and needing to be right. Okay? And I'm telling you these things not to say that this is who you are, but telling you these things because if it shows up, then you know why, and now you can do something about it. Because remember, you're the stable one. You're the one with the knowledge. So if you're here to become that, you're gonna feel like nobody wants to listen to you. Okay? You're gonna feel like it's always an argument. You're always getting into it with someone. It's because you're here to learn how to share the knowledge. You're here to learn how, and that's what Life Path 3 was about, communicating. But now Life Path 4 is like putting use to what you're communicating about. And
y'all, brief intermission. Let's go on ahead and get those likes up. Please be sure to smash the heck up out of that like button for me. To all of my bush babies, come on out of the bushes, y'all. I see y'all in the analytics. Go on ahead and subscribe to the channel. Be sure that your notifications are set to all so that you're notified when I add new content or when I go live.
Used to what you're communicating about. And home and security is really important to you. But because you are focused on being secure in life, it can make you feel fearful about taking risk. You are more comfortable than all the numbers. You are more guarded than all of the numbers put together, because remember, you're the stable one, you're the foundation. So if things don't make sense for you, you're not going to do it. But sometimes in life, they're not going to make sense. And what you are here to do is make what doesn't make sense and make it practical. Okay? Because everybody ain't here to be practical, but you are. If you can make sense of it and make it practical, then you are helping the world, because everybody doesn't have that gift. And you have family issues, a lot of family issues. Yeah. Life Path 4 and also Life Path 8, y'all are the ones that had, and Life Path 6 are the ones that had the biggest family issues. So pay attention to that and ask yourself, what did those family issues reveal for you? And let's see, you have a fear of chaos and not looking stupid, because remember, you are the stable one. But it's okay for you to take risks, because then it can show you, it can test your knowledge. Okay? It is okay for you to go into the chaos, because then you can reveal to everyone what stability looks like, what maintaining your peace looks like despite the chaos. You are here to show us that. Now, your boundary is let down some boundaries. You have plenty of boundaries, okay? You need to let go of some of them walls and open yourself, okay? Yeah.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but nothing that she has said so far about each life path number could not be applicable to all of them. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like the actions and emotions and directions and information that she's sharing could apply to literally anyone. So I don't I don't really follow. I'm not tracking this. Anybody familiar with this and would love to explain it in more detail, please drop a comment. Let me know. I'll do a panel on it. We'll set it up around your schedule. I would really love to learn a little bit more about this.
Well, Life Path 4 is like you can be guarded and have your wall up. So let down a couple of those boundaries. Let people in. That's my answer for you, Life Path 4. Okay, Life Path 5, and these bugs is getting on me. Life Path 5, your theme to your purpose is expansion, change, resilience, fearlessness, and progressive thoughts and actions. That is the theme of your purpose. But I like to say, Life Path 5, you are the freedom seeker. This is how it shows you are here to explore freedom, because now you're moving away from the 4, which is the stable one, the one that's more rigid, and now you're going into the 5, and now you are like liberating yourself from the structure, liberating yourself from the expectations. Now I'm here to be free. I'm here to explore. And then also with Life Path 5, your sexuality, understanding sex, what is pleasure to you. But because you are seeking pleasure and stimulation, you got to be careful to overdo it. Life Path 5 are the main ones that have a substance abuse of something, because they are needing to be stimulated. They want to feel pleasure. They want to feel something to the point they're almost reckless. Because your energy can sometimes be restless, because you always got to be moving. You always got to be doing something. And my little boy, he's not a Life Path 5, but he was born on the 14th, which is a 5. And he is always moving and going. I have to burn his energy out every day, or I'm going to burn my energy out, because he has to explore. He wants to play all the time. He just wants to have fun. And that is the journey for the Life Path number 5 is fun, joy, pleasure, freedom. Okay, that is what you are here to experience. Now, there's a difference between being a risk taker and being reckless. Yes, take many risks, but don't be reckless. Okay, don't be reckless. And you might have to learn how to balance the two. It's like sometimes leaning on being a risk taker, and then sometimes leaning on being too reckless, doing too much. And your motto is I'm here for a good time, not for a long time. That's your motto. Like, you are here to live your life and understand what that is. Now, I will say that and I didn't say this for the other numbers. I know, Kessel. I know. He's letting me know the time. But I didn't say this for all the numbers. So everything that I'm saying about all the numbers, it could be the opposite. Because with Life Path 5, yes, you could be the freedom seeker and liberate yourself and take risks. But on the other side of that, you could be one that's scared of everything and don't want to take risks. And I have met, in all the numbers, I have met every side of it. To where a Life Path 5 was terrified of living their life. They stayed in their house. But then I met a Life Path 5 that they were so reckless. They were in and out of jail for years, had a whole bunch of kids, and they was just experiencing, doing whatever the hell they wanted to do. Okay. And so you have to know where you are on the scope, but you just want to be aware of these things. Okay. And then let's see. And also with Life Path 5, know the difference between variety and escapism. It's okay for you to try new things. It's okay. Okay for you to experience, but don't try to escape. Don't try to run away from life, because now it's hard. Now you've hit a wall. Like, this is an opportunity for you to find liberation and freedom, even when there is a block. You can still show up and be yourself, express yourself, you know, do whatever you want to do regardless of this wall. Okay? You don't want to live your life to where it has to unfold for you at all times, because your strength and what you're here to teach us is how to be yourself, how to be free in that, how to embody yourself and not give a fuck what anyone thinks. But you want to be able to embody that even amongst opposition. That's how you know you're free, because despite the opposition, you can still show up and be your badass self. Now, your boundary is self-discipline. Okay? Learn how to contain all of this vibrant energy. If you can learn how to contain it, right? Then there's no telling what you can do. But your boundary is to have self-discipline. Relax, okay? That's your boundary. Boundary from yourself. Okay. So, number 6, the life path 6 is you are the nurturer. You are here to nurture. You are here to be the parent of our life, you know, of the journey. And when I say nurturer, I want people to be clear about what the nurturer is, because people think that the nurturer is they just give hugs and love and just take care. No, to be a nurturer is to care for, to develop, and to teach. Okay? This is what you are here. This is your life path, to develop and teach and care for others. So, and it's similar to the life path 4 in a way. No, the life path 2. It's similar to life path 2 because you are the responsible one. See, life path 2 was the dependable one. Life path 4 is the stable one. Life path 5 is the crazy one. And now life path 6 is like, I am the responsible one. I'm going to be responsible for everyone. And it says, but the thing is, you don't work well with others. You have to learn how to work well with others, because you are here to be the responsible and to show people how it's done. But you have to be careful that you are not being a perfectionist, or you are enabling people, because you are the responsible, because you are the capable one. To be a nurturer is you're here to help others to develop and to find that skill and talent and power within themselves. Don't bring your power into it. Don't bring your skill into it, because yes, I see that you're capable, but that's not helping these people figure out what's capable for them. Okay? And in, like, you're a control freak, you can tend to be a control freak, and you don't like receiving advice. And I'm not a life path 6, but I am born on a 6, and this is something that daily I have to work on, is opening myself to listen to constructive criticism, because that's going to help you be more responsible. That's going to help you be more of an asset for people. Where you can look at what you need to work on within yourself instead of pointing out on everybody else. Okay, and so you are a visionary, and you can be self-righteous. You think you are superior, and you love beauty. Okay, and I don't want to skim over you being a visionary, because this is what you are here to be, to give us the vision of our life, to give us a vision of where we're headed. This is why you're the responsible one. This is why you're the one that can help people get to their next level. And I think that people that are life path 6, and I don't say this with most of the numbers, you will be a great coach. You will be a great guide to help people, because you have a vision. You can see the vision of where someone's headed before they can see that within themselves. Okay? And you are the capable one, but sometimes because you're so capable and you feel like no one else is, you start resenting people because you feel like you just know and you can do, and look at everybody that's just doing it wrong and sloppy. When you have that mindset, that's letting you know that you need to stop. You pause, look at what's going on. And let's see. But essentially, your goal is to show compassion. You have an abundance of compassion because you really know the human experience. You really live the human experience, and you know that people are trying, and you know that people got so much going on with their life that they feel like they lost their power, and you know that there is so much more in them, and so that gives you compassion, a strong element of compassion towards people. Now, your boundary is also saying no. Your boundary is saying no, because if you don't say no, you become an enabler. Because you are here to help people. You are here to help people. But at the same time, you can enable people too. So you have to also find that balance with being there, but also being there and not putting your input in, instilling that people are capable of making their own decisions. Even if they make mistakes, they are capable of figuring it out. Okay. So Life Path 7, it is your, hold on y'all, because my child is screaming. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so Life Path 7, your journey, what it's going to reveal for you is your powerful intuition, and you are here to learn science and philosophy and have a devotion to study and inner reflection. Okay, the number 7 is the number of God. So you are here to enjoy the creation, to understand the creation by learning these things, by understanding philosophy, by understanding science, because God is subjective and objective. Okay? God is science and divination. God is everything. So you are here to explore and understand that, but then you need to have some inner reflection to truly connect to that idea that we call God, and that is your journey. Now, you are here to learn to have faith. Because of all this, your theme and things that you can show up on your path is learning how to have faith. You might be a person like you don't believe in nothing. You're like, no, I don't believe in anything. So that's your opportunity.
A word from Aaron, aka True.
Stop prioritizing other people over yourself. Regardless of how good of a person you think you are, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Go on ahead and smash that like button one time for me.
Nothing. You're like, no, I don't believe in anything. So that's your opportunity to step back. Like, why don't I believe in anything? What is keeping me from not believing, not having a sense of a higher power within myself? And you are here to have an internal experience. It's not external for you. You are here to embody an internal experience, to master, to connect with that internal world. And I wondered, for those of you that may not have like a clear belief system, it's because you're not living here, you're living out there. You haven't connected to this first. And I would think that your whole existence is to understand this higher power. And I say higher power because I don't want to say spirituality. I don't want to say the jargon. I'm just going to say this thing that we all innately are present to, but we can't use the word for it because now we've identified it, and that's our ego. And this higher power, I don't know what it is, but we all know that it exists. You are here to discover that. You are here to make sense of this higher power. And you can do it through spirituality. Just a whole bunch of mosquitoes, y'all. You can do it through spirituality. You can do it through religion. It's up to you. And I want to say that because I don't want you to think, oh, you got to be spiritual. Like, no, you get to decide how you connect to that higher power and what you make it mean. Let's see. And you are the researcher and the seeker of truth. So the balance for you is to have an impeccable analytical mind, but also connect to your soul, to your body. So it's a balance between your body and mind, because the mind is it's the thinker. It's always thinking. But the body is what gets you in tune to that higher power that makes sense of it all. And that's what you're here to balance the most. But the number one thing for you is contemplation and inner reflection. Take time for yourself. You got to take time for yourself. And if you don't, you're not going to get the answers that you are seeking. Because you can get all this, you could devour all this information and learn. But it's the time you spend with yourself, the solitude you spend with yourself the most, is when you get the truth. And that's essentially what you're looking for. You're looking and seeking the truth. But you'll find the truth within yourself when you take the time to connect with yourself. And your boundary is taking time alone. Making sure you take that time alone. Okay? And you might get people that come into your life that is making you feel bad about that. People that want your energy. You might have set up a life that doesn't allow you to take time alone. But now is your answer to take time to yourself. It's really important for you to do that out of all the numbers. Okay, so the number 8. This is a very popular number. And I got 8 people in the room, so that's cool. Life Path 8. This is one of my favorite ones. It's Life Path 8. Because you know what it represents? Money. It represents like energy, an easy number to have, but I really like the Life Path 8. But you are here, world. That is what you are here to come into. Your soul's calling is mastering the material world.
All right, y'all. A word from Rambo, aka Wild Quetzal.
What up, y'all? I'm excited to share an offering that I've been putting a lot of intention and energy into. It's called Wild Brotherhood, and it's a community for conscious, intentional, sovereign-seeking men who are wanting to come together, build themselves up, develop themselves, and level up in all domains of existence. So there's 2 parts to the Wild Brotherhood. I'll explain it very simply. The first part is a monthly membership that includes weekly video calls, a group chat, access to a network of men who have different skill sets. We will intertwine that with one another, as well as priority access to the in-person events, which is part 2, the gathering.
Y'all be sure to check out Rambo at wildbrotherhood.com. Any men out there who are interested in building with like-minded men, check them out.
So that's why it's funny to me when you hear like these religious things talking about money is the root of all evil, being materialistic. These narratives is what keeps you from really going in to mastering the material world, because the narrative in our culture makes us believe that people that like things and want to have resources, money, and power, these people are bad people. Okay? Or these people are superficial. These people are materialistic. But you are here to be that person. But when you can do it with balance, then everyone benefits. Okay? And how you're going to master the material world is through money, power, control, and authority. These are the 4 things in your life that is going to help you master material world, but also the things that you're going to have to experience in your life to overcome. Because let's talk about money. The reason why you are here to master money is because you are the authority. You are the boss, okay? And you are the steward of the universe wealth, okay? You have been assigned to that. And I'll say the universe wealth because it can mean many things. But it's not about necessarily cash, the paper. You are here to be the authority over the resources. So that could be people. That could be whatever we call a resource, money, food, or whatever. You are the authority. You are the boss. You are the manager of that. So when you come more into your journey, into your life path number, things are going to come on your path to help you get more clear about how you feel about money. And a lot of times people with life path 8 have money wounds. You have a negative perspective when it comes to money. And so this is something that you want to be aware of. Like, what is your relationship with money? Do I have a positive outlook with money or a negative outlook with money? You got to decide. And then also with this placement, you have to do the right thing. You are here to do the right thing. You have to have ethical morals, because you have been given a gift of managing the resources, having the money, having the wealth, being wealthy. You are here to be the wealthy one. But when anybody that I know that has life path 8 and they were not being ethical, nothing but darkness came to them. Okay? A lot of things happened to them. And I don't mean to say that to scare you, but you have a great responsibility and a trust that you have been given this power. You are the authority. You have the control. Okay? And here is the money. And then you over here doing some shady stuff. Oh, you're not gonna get away with it. Now nobody gets away with it, but you for sure. Your karma is gonna be harder than most, because this is a big responsibility. And I wanted to really hone in on that, like, to make it clear. And then you are here to learn about power and about control. And the thing is that a lot of life path 8s they feel powerless because they give their power away. They are afraid to step into that power. And then you have to learn about control, not controlling others, but controlling yourself. Okay? Controlling yourself. Oh, you said, please take your time. oh, I appreciate that. Okay. You you may have a challenge with wanting to control others. Okay? But it's not about you being in control of others. It's about being in control within yourself. Okay? And then you are a main person that don't want authority. You probably can't keep no job. You probably always getting into it with people that technically are authority over you, like your job and your parents or something, because you are your authority. Okay? But you also must learn how to cooperate. And that is a challenge for you. Because anything that you need, it's going to that you choose the right people in your life to further whatever it is that you're trying to get to. Because if you choose the wrong person, the wrong people, then you're going to find yourself in some shit. I'm going to tell you that right now. So you have to be very selective with the type of people that you allow in your life, because these people are going to help you further your cause or whatever that could be. Okay. And so what else? You have health issues and stress. You know, you have, because it can be a burden sometimes with the weight of the world on you, and also family issues. Life Path 8 has a lot of family issues. Okay. What can I say about the family issues? And you have a lot of setbacks in your life, actually. And these setbacks are not to make you a victim. You are not a victim to your life Path 8. These setbacks is to help you and strengthen you, and show that nothing can break you. That is what your setbacks are here to help you with. So if you had a crazy childhood, just know it is here to help strengthen you. Now, some people in Life Path 8, it's the opposite. They had a very comfortable life. They were born in a silver spoon, and now they're not capable of doing anything. They probably was born into money. Okay. And with someone that's like that, that is also a challenge for them too, because now when they're trying to like step into their power and be the authority over their life, it's hard for them because someone else did all that for them. They didn't have to try to get this money. They didn't have to try to get whatever it is that they got because someone gave it to them. And so now it's hard for them to take those risks. It's hard for them to be the boss because they didn't have to like go through anything. So you want to see on which side of Life Path 8 that you are on. Now your boundaries is victimhood and power and not feeling entitled. That's a boundary. And I know that's weird, right? Let me explain. You want to have boundaries with yourself with not going into victimhood, because a lot of things are going to happen to you. That's not your fault. Okay? A lot of things like Path 8 happened to you that was not your fault, but it is your problem. It's a quote that I heard. It's not your fault, but it is your problem that you have to now fix and overcome. And so Life Path 8s tend to want to be the victim and want to blame because life is hard and this happened to me, but you are not a victim. And you got to create boundaries with it. Yes, we're on Life Path 8, and you want to create boundaries with yourself or anyone that makes you think that you are. Okay? And then the boundary of power, entitlement. You're not entitled. You got to learn how to be humble, like Path 8. You are not entitled to nothing, okay? So that's why I said you are not a victim. You're not a victim, and you're definitely not a tyrant. And so humble yourself, okay? And then always be solution-oriented and whatever comes your way. So now the last one, I'm getting to the last one. Okay, the video is an hour long, okay? So I got to do my minute. The last one. And before I go to the last one, thank you everybody for being here and sticking it out, because doing these types of classes is like you want to get to your number or your sign, but you got to hear everybody else's. So thank you for being present and being available to listen. Okay, so Life Path 9, the last number. And I have a lot of experience with Life Path 9s. Like my mama, my grandma, a couple of my friends, my little boy. Everybody in my life is a Life Path 9. You said, how can we tip? Oh, you want to tip? Hey, Kettle, do you know my Cash App? Can you put the Cash App in the, I don't know why I'm yelling. Can you put the Cash App in the comments if you want to tip? Girl. Oh, it's just memeing. Yo, I'm not doing the master numbers today, but like I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to understand like 11, understand Life Path 1 and Life Path 2. You embody both of those. Okay? But I didn't want to do the master numbers today. Okay. And I don't have a reason. I just didn't want to. And this video is already long. But maybe I'll do a separate video on the master numbers. Press 1 if you want me to... No, press 11 if you want me to do master numbers in the next video. So let me get to Life Path 9, because I know my Life Path 9ers are waiting for it. I don't think Kessel's in the live. Okay. So, and you know what I'll do? I will put my Cash App in my comments, description of this video, if anybody wants to send a donation for this. I really appreciate it. I wasn't, asking. Okay, awesome. All right, Life Path 9. The journey. Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Kessel. Let me pin it. The journey for you, Life Path 9, is no longer living in the past. I want to read this, okay, because I got my notes. No longer living in the past by embracing the present and being open towards a brighter future or a brighter tomorrow. That is the thing, the journey. Because Life Path 9 is about endings. And many times people hear that they don't like, they're like, oh my God, what's that mean? But when there's an ending, there's a new beginning. See? If you choose to look at it that way. Okay? And here's out. Life Path 9, they usually say that Life Path 9 is humanitarian. I don't think so. I think anybody can be a humanitarian. All the numbers could be humanitarian. But what a Life Path 9, what I've seen in all the Life Path 9s, is that y'all are self-sacrificing. Because when you think about humanitarian, they're thinking about someone else. But a Life Path 9, you
Y'all, brief intermission. Let's go on ahead and get those likes up. Please be sure to smash the heck up out of that like button for me. To all of my bush babies, come on out of the bushes, y'all. I see y'all in the analytics. Go on ahead and subscribe to the channel. Be sure that your notifications are set to all so that you're notified when I add new content or when I go live.
Else, but a Life Path 9, you self-sacrifice yourself. You always sacrifice yourself for the benefit of someone else, not necessarily the benefit of you. And that's essentially what a humanitarian is, right? But I wouldn't call you that, because humanitarian, you could think philanthropist. And the Life Path 9s that I know of, none of them were humanitarians. They sacrificed themselves for a cause or whatever, or for another person, or for relation. You sacrificing yourself for a relationship. You sacrificing yourself for like what everybody else think, for your family, but you never really pour into yourself, because you don't have nothing, because you're giving it to everyone else. And the funny thing is about Life Path 9 is that you want to be aware of when you are detaching and attaching, right? Because the 9 is about letting go. But Life Path 9 actually has a challenge with that. But when a Life Path 9 is in a relationship, they are very detached. They are quite detached, okay? My mother was a Life Path 9, and you saw what she did to me, okay? And my grandma was a Life Path 9, so you see, it was very different choices that they made. But when you're in relationships and when you're present, you are quite detached from things. But when it's time for you to let go of something, that's when all of a sudden you become attached. Like you want to hold on to what don't serve you no more. Life Path 9. And that's something you gotta let go to go to your next level, is letting go. Okay? And there's going to be a lot of endings and beginnings for you, constantly in every cycle. You got to know, okay, this is ending. Okay, that lets me know that I'm going through the next cycle. Okay? When something's ending, that let you know, okay, the cycle's ending. It's time for me to prepare for the next cycle. When something's beginning, okay, this is the beginning of the cycle. Okay, let's get it. Like that's the indication for you to know where you're at. And you tend to be an old soul. Your life has lived many lives. Okay, you've lived many lives. And you encompass all the numbers. So everything that everybody else went through, all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you have lived through that. You embody that. So that's why you seem so wise. Even as a young person, you just seem so. My little boy, he's Life Path 9. And he just as wise as he wants to be. He just knows how to just do stuff. But You are here to surrender. So even with the beginning,
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but why I feel like Stephanie, aka Serenity, aka Grace, is making this up as she goes. Why I felt like that, y'all? Is it just me?
to surrender. So even with the beginnings and the endings and the ebbs and flow, it is here to teach you how to surrender, because you don't get to control your life. So you're not the life path 8. The life path 8 is here to embody control. I'm in control of my life. I'm in control of my resources. But then when you get to 9, you're like, I'm just surrendering because I ain't in control of nothing. You have to surrender, because you don't get to decide when that cycle comes for it to end. You don't get to decide that. So you can hold on to that person or that thing or that situation. But if you keep holding on to it, it's going to end, and it's not going to end well. So that's why you have to surrender. Like, you know what? I have no control in this situation. Let go. Your motto is let go, let God. That's your motto. Okay. And that's why it's important for Life Path 9s to have a belief system. I don't care what belief system it is. You got to believe in something, because that's what's going to anchor you as you go through the cycles of life, the endings and the beginning. Your belief system is what grounds you and keeps you anchored in the uncertain times that always happens for you all the time. Okay. Let's see what else. You have family issues as well. And one of the things that I read that I wanted to say was that with Life Path 9, with your family issues, it says you felt unloved or abandoned as a child, or perhaps responsible for your parents. Okay. That has been a theme for a Life Path 9. Okay. And it's funny because I felt that way about my mother, because my mother's a Life Path 9, but I felt like, because she abandoned me, and I felt responsible for her at times. And it's interesting that I felt that from her being a Life Path 9. Like, she moved in that way that maybe she felt, but she inflicted that on me. So I took that on. I don't know. I know that was keeping it real, but hey, I was going to keep it real about my life, you know? And the thing about Life Path 9s is that y'all are super creative. There's nothing you guys can do, because remember, you embody all the numbers. So whatever it is that you choose to do or you want, you can have it. You can be it. You have the energy. The universe got your back. So even though with your life, the universe is just, the universe got your back. You can do whatever you want. You really can. You can do whatever you want to do, and you are divinely protected because of that. But you have to what? Surrender and trust and know that you're divinely protected, even through the endings and the beginnings that happens that you have no control over. Okay. And you often feel out of place, as though you don't belong. You probably feel like you are alien. Like, you probably like, I don't fit in. And you know, you don't. That's because at any given moment, you got to learn how to let go. So you don't want to get attached to anything, but you can still be present. You can still be available to the people in your life, but you're not going to find nobody on your frequency, because nobody is on your frequency, okay? You're not going to find nobody that gets you, because hell, half the time you don't get you. So it's like, just go with it. Just surrender to it. You're always going to feel out of place, because you don't belong here. Your soul is about to transcend out. So you don't belong. You about to leave. So you don't want to fit in, because if you fit in, then you're not going to go to the next cycle of your soul's existence, because you detach and you going to stay. You know, like the people that are about to die, and the reason why they just can't die, because they're trying to hold on to the people that are living. So when the person that is living, like, hey, you can let go, I'll be okay, then they die. So it's kind of like with you. You're not ever going to feel like you belong, because you don't belong here. None of us belong here. None of us belong here. We all came here. We're just passing through. But you are present to that. You're more so present to, yeah, I ain't from Earth. I'm from somewhere else. Okay, so what else?
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but I just needed a break from Stephanie, aka Serenity, aka Grace. She talked too much, y'all.
I'm from somewhere else. Okay, so what else? And the last thing I would say is that with Life Path 9, because I definitely seen this in everyone that I know that's Life Path 9, is that y'all tend to not be good listeners, and you tend to want to tell people what they impact on people. You don't make an impact on people with your words. You make an impact with people through your example, through how you live your life, right? How you show up. If you never said a single word, but you embodied what you know to be true, then that's when people are going to follow and listen to you and take heed of your wisdom. Embody your wisdom. Don't be telling everybody your wisdom. No, we want to see it so we know that it's true for us. Okay? And your boundary is with your family. You definitely got to have boundaries with your family. You definitely got to handle your family with a long handle spoon until they can honor your standard of living. Okay? And a boundary of how to give and receive, because you're always giving. Remember, you're self-sacrificing. So it's okay that you want to give, but you got to also receive. And if you give something, make sure you make it a goal. Okay, what am I going to receive after giving this? Not necessarily from that person, but just open yourself. Even if that's just opening yourself to the universe and say, hey, I want to receive love. Hey, I want to receive such and such, right? I think it's more so about you opening your channel to receive versus think you got to go out to the people and get, because that's what you're here to do. You are here to be a giver, a provider. Even if you're a man or a woman, you are here to provide wisdom, okay? And forgiving. A boundary with forgiving, because you are very compassionate and you are very giving, but there needs to be a boundary to that. Okay? I forgive you, but it doesn't mean that I still hold a place in my life for you. Or I forgive you, and what that forgiveness looks like is that I change my behavior that allow you to treat me that way in the first place. You got to figure out what that is, because forgiveness is your superpower. But if you don't fully understand and hold yourself accountable and make that person hold themselves accountable, it can also be your kryptonite, because especially if you forgave someone and you keep being in the cycle of them, keep doing the same thing that they're doing, it's not them, it's you. Because you have yet identified the change within your behavior that won't allow them to do that, or the change in your behavior that won't make space for them no more. I forgive you, but goodbye. Like, no. Like, and I send love and compassion your way. But, that's the boundary that you are here to embody. Yes. So, I want to thank all of you for channeling in to learning about the life path. So what we learned today is why you should know your life path number, to know the purpose of your life and what direction your soul is wanting you to be guided to. And we also talked about my story and how the life path 1 shows up for me. And we learned about each life path number and what their journey is, and the roadblocks that is going to prevent them from becoming who they really are, and also creating some healthy boundaries for each life path number so that you can fully be your vibrant, beautiful, real self, child. Okay? So, I thank you. And if you are interested in wanting to know how to apply your life path number to your life with your birth chart, leave a star in the comment section of this live when I cut it off. Don't do it right now. And I will send you some information on how you can get started with working with me, because I truly believe, y'all, even though I don't do readings anymore, I am opening myself to do readings for any of you that receive something from this and is interested in this. Because when you're going into 2024, and let me tell you something about 2024. Right now we're in the year 7. So we're in the 7th year, to where it's about contemplation, research, connecting to that higher power, going within. Next year, it's the number 8. Okay? Next year, as a collective, we are going to be tapping more into our power and becoming the authorities in our lives, and also opening ourselves to receive abundance. So I want you to be ready. I want you to be ready and aware of anything that prevents you from showing up for who you really are, and remembering that, okay? Because I'm excited about the year 8, because I know money is coming. I know, like, so much is happening, and I want that for you too, okay? So thank you again. I love you. Goodbye.
You gotta take it day by day. Keep moving forward no matter what they say. And when the thieves try to steal your faith, keep pushing through them, 'cause there ain't no other way. If you wanna get stronger, we don't break, no we don't break. Stronger, stronger, no we don't break, no we don't break. Stronger, stronger, no we don't break, no we don't break. Stronger, stronger, gotta take it day by day. If you wanna get stronger.